GCSE students are notorious for losing marks when it comes to comparing aerobic and anaerobic respiration, so let's make sure you're not one of those students. Respiration is a process that releases energy from glucose in living cells inside mitochondria. And this energy is vital for things like movement, but also things like building larger molecules, and things like keeping ourselves warm, homeostasis. Now, aerobic respiration is the one that happens when there is lots of oxygen present. So the word equation for this would be glucose plus oxygen makes carbon dioxide and water. And this is a very efficient process. It happens all the time inside our living body cells, and it releases a lot of energy. So what's anaerobic respiration, you may ask? Well, that's what happens when there isn't enough oxygen. So it happens in the absence of oxygen. It's anaerobic. And usually this will happen if you're doing very vigorous exercise, so your body isn't taking in enough oxygen, and therefore there's not enough for aerobic respiration to take place. And in muscle cells, we have the equation glucose makes lactic acid, and lactic acid is the acid that builds up inside our muscles, which causes us to have cramps and pains after exercise. Now, anaerobic respiration does still release energy, but nowhere near as much as aerobic respiration, and it causes muscle fatigue and buildup of lactic acid, as we mentioned. Remembering all the similarities but also differences between aerobic and anaerobic respirations is where a lot of students lose marks, especially in those 4 to 6 markers. And if I was a GCSE student here now in 2026 as you are, I would ask my AI assistant Ondola to generate a simple comparison table for me to use in my revision, like this. Having it laid out like this makes this topic so much easier to remember and revise.